afternoon. My name is Adam Kreisel. I'm the chef owner of Kaya Cucina Catering and a board member of Slow Food Utah.
Should I call you Direttore?
You can call me whatever you please, my friend. This squishy little gentleman next to me, this lovely human being, is my good friend, bon vivant, raconteur, local wine aficionado, and the owner-proprietor of Libation Wines and Beverages, Francis Fecteau. Good afternoon, Francis.
Good afternoon to you, fine sir.
We are here discussing the wine pairings for the four-course tasting menu offered up by Logen crew and the group at SLC Eatery for this year's Slow Food Feast of the Five Senses, supporting our microgram program. We are obviously both dressed to the nines because this is an opportunity to make a fine dining event within your home, is it not?
It is indeed. Put on the Ritz and treat yourself a bit. Clean, shower, shave. Put on some stinking to make yourself appealing.
As such, I have decided to put on one of my own favorite evening gowns, and I am happy to be here with you discussing the wines that are pairing with Logen's menu. In typical fashion, Logen is running all over the board in terms of flavors and textural profiles.
So you're saying he's a bit psychedelic, a little psychotic, a little hallucinogenic.
He is a bit psychedelic, a bit psychotic, a little hallucinogenic for sure. We have sort of a lineup of Asian-inspired dim sum type things to start. We have a mushroom onigiri as the second course. We have a tea-smoked lamb loin or tea-smoked beetroot if you choose the vegetarian option for the main, and a yuzu almond cake to finish. So as a result, you have chosen these wines to pair from Trinifor and our friend Alex McGregor. Tell us why.
Well, when I used to cook for a living way back in the before times. And,
Come on.
I swear to God, I did. I wasn't too bad either.
All right.
So, long story short, one of the things you learn about pairing food and wine is that the busier the dish, the busier the plate, the more complex, the more transparent the wine needs to be. And if you notice, I stuck to a theme here as we go through these things where I like to support the little guy. I've always had an affection for the underdog, going back to the 1970 Cincinnati Reds, believe it or not, until Johnny bench stumped for George Bush and broke my heart. Anyway, I digress. That said, Alex McGregor, this is a label, he's the winemaker at Saracen. He's a lovely human being. He has a little side hustle that's, would give him the title if he were French. They would call him a garagiste because he's making these little microscopic amounts of stuff. His wines are in two places. They're in a few restaurants in San Francisco and they're in Utah. I believe sincerely and firmly in this guy's efforts. He always picks out the very finest farms and the very finest places to get his fruit from. This is actually Lalona's Vineyard Semillon, planted by Greeks in the 40s. This is a total production of about 75 cases, and it's, like I said, in two places in the country. Now, Semillon, if you're not familiar with it, has fairly thick skin, so it offers a lot of phenolic interest. That is, it kind of clings to the mouth quite a bit, but you need a skilled hand to guide it to the bottle. And so what's happened here is that it gets direct to press, juice gets fermented, stainless steel, a little bit of neutral French oak, and that's it. Minimal effect of sulfur in bottling, and this wine smells like fresh peaches and honey when you add it in the glass, but it has thrilling acidity. And so without, excessive oak treatment or stupid malolactic flab, this wine will sing with those first few dishes without, fighting with the food at all. It'll frame it beautifully. The Carignan, on the other hand, odd little grape, ancient vineyards. These things produce 6 tons an acre when they're 100 years old, and so this is always a favorite for people to make beautiful wine. Carignan is native to southeastern France, if I recall correctly. I could be wrong. Feel free to Google me if you like. But this, again, is another teeny tiny case production, 145 cases. These are both about $20 in the system. This does, on the palate, it imitates Pinot Noir quite a bit, but it has a little more fleshy, a little more juiciness to it. And again, very little new oak here, so it'll frame up that beetroot pork loin, was it?
Correct.
Yeah.
Lamb loin.
Lamb loin, yeah. It'll frame it up beautifully, and it'd be a great selection for it. And shout out to the SLC Eatery. They've got one of the most clever wine lists in the city. And my friend Cherie, who makes the wine list, is always an eager partner to pour and support small folks like this. So thank you for supporting SL Eatery.
Fabulous. Well, looking forward to those pairings, absolutely. You should as well, those of you that have gotten the tasting from SLC Eatery. We wish you a lovely evening. Please do enjoy your fine dining atmosphere, and bon appetito, and thank you for supporting Slow Food and the Microgram Fund.